Current means that a current flowing in a wire produces a magnetic field around it. In other words, electric current can produce magnetism. A magnet is an object which attracts pieces of iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. The end of a freely suspended magnet which points towards the north direction is called the north pole of the magnet, and the end of a freely suspended magnet or freely pivoted magnet which points towards the south direction is called the south pole of the magnet. It has been found by experiments that like magnetic poles repel each other, whereas unlike magnetic poles attract each other. Magnetic field, the space surrounding a magnet in which magnetic force is exerted, is called a magnetic field. The direction of magnetic field at a point is the direction of the resultant force acting on a hypothetical north pole placed at that point.
In bar magnet, there are two poles. One is north pole and second is south pole. All magnets have their own magnetic field. If any iron particles comes in that field, bar magnet will attract towards itself.
Magnetic field lines. The magnetic field lines are the lines drawn in a magnetic field along which a north magnetic pole would move. The magnetic field lines always begin from the north pole of a magnet and end on the south pole of the magnet.
The magnetic field pattern due to a bar magnet by using a plotting compass. The bar magnet M, whose magnetic field pattern is to be traced, is placed on a sheet of paper and its boundary is marked with a pencil. A plotting compass is now brought near the N pole of the bar magnet. In this position, the N pole of the magnet repels the N pole of the compass needle, due to which the tip of the compass needle moves away from the N pole of the magnet. On the other hand, the N pole of magnet attracts the S pole of compass needle, due to which the tail of compass needle comes near the N pole of the magnet. We mark the positions of the tip and the tail of compass needle by pencil dots A and A dash.
Properties or characteristic of the magnetic field lines. The magnetic field lines originate from the north pole of a magnet and end at its south pole. The magnetic field lines come closer to one another near the poles of a magnet, but they are widely separated at other places. The magnetic field lines do not intersect or cross one another.
Of force.
The magnetic field lines leave the north pole of a magnet and enter its south pole. Each magnetic field line is directed from the north pole of a magnet to its south pole. Each field line indicates at every point on it the direction of magnetic force that would act on a north pole if it were placed at that point.
Magnetic field of Earth. The shape of the Earth's magnetic field resembles that of an imaginary bar magnet of length 1/5 of Earth's diameter buried at its center. Magnetic effect of current or electromagnetism. The magnetic effect of current was discovered by Oersted in 1820. Oersted found that a wire carrying a current was able to deflect a compass needle. Magnetic field pattern due to straight current carrying conductors, that is, straight current carrying wire. The magnetic field lines around a straight wire carrying current are concentric circles whose centers lie on the wire. The magnetic field lines are circular in nature. The magnitude of magnetic field produced by a straight current carrying wire at a given point is directly proportional to the current passing in the wire and inversely proportional to the distance of that point from the wire. So, greater the current in the wire, stronger will be the magnetic field produced.
Pattern due to a straight current carrying wire.
We have a straight vertical wire or conductor AB which passes through a horizontal cardboard sheet C. The ends of the wire AB are connected to a battery through a switch. When current is passed through wire AB, it produces a magnetic field around it. This magnetic field has magnetic field lines around the wire AB which can be shown by sprinkling iron fillings on the cardboard C. The iron fillings get magnetized. A small plotting compass M placed on the cardboard indicates the direction of the magnetic field. When current in the wire flows in the upward direction, then the lines of the magnetic field are in the anti-clockwise direction. If the direction of current in the wire is reversed, the direction of magnetic field lines also gets reversed.
Direction of magnetic field produced by current carrying conductors, that is, current carrying wire. If the direction of current is known, then the direction of magnetic field produced by a straight wire carrying current can be obtained by using Maxwell's right-hand thumb rule. According to Maxwell's right-hand thumb rule, imagine that you are grasping or holding the current carrying wire in your right hand so that your thumb points in the direction of current. Then the direction in which your finger encircle the wire will give the direction of magnetic field lines around the wire.
Right hand thumb rule to find the direction of magnetic field.
A current carrying wire AB in which the current is flowing vertically upwards from A to B. To find out the direction of magnetic field lines produced by this current, we imagine the wire AB to be held in our right hand as shown in figure, so that our thumb points in the direction of current towards B. Now, the direction in which our fingers are folded gives the direction of magnetic field lines. In this case, our fingers are folded in the anti-clockwise direction, so the direction of magnetic field or magnetic field lines is also in the anti-clockwise direction as shown by the circle drawn at the top of the wire.
Magnetic field pattern due to a circular loop or circular wire carrying current. We know that when current is passed through a straight wire, a magnetic field is produced around it. It has been found that the magnetic effect of current increases if instead of using a straight wire, the wire is converted into a circular loop. The magnitude of magnetic field produced by a current carrying circular loop or circular wire at its center is
due to circular loop carrying current.
A circular loop or circular wire is fixed to a thin cardboard sheet T. When a current is passed through the circular loop of wire, a magnetic field is produced around it. The magnetic field lines are circular near the current carrying loop. As we move away, the concentric circles representing magnetic field lines becomes bigger and bigger. At the center of the circular loop, the magnetic field lines are straight. By applying right hand thumb rule, it can be seen that each segment of circular loop carrying current produces magnetic field lines in the same direction within the loop.
Directly proportional to the current passing through the circular loop or circular wire and inversely proportional to the radius of circular loop or circular wire. Magnetic field due to a solenoid. The solenoid is a long coil containing a large number of closed turns of insulated copper wire. The magnetic field produced by a current carrying solenoid is similar to the magnetic field produced by a bar magnet. The strength of magnetic field produced by a current carrying solenoid depends on the number of turns in the solenoid. Larger the number of turns in the solenoid, greater will be the magnetism produced. The strength of current in the solenoid. Larger the current passed through solenoid, stronger will be the magnetic field produced. The nature of core material used in making solenoid. The use of soft iron rod as core in a solenoid produces the strongest magnetism.
Due to a current carrying solenoid is similar to that of a bar magnet.
A solenoid SN whose two ends are connected to a battery B to a switch X. When electric current is passed through the solenoid, it produces a magnetic field around it. The magnetic field produced by a current carrying solenoid is shown in figure. Please note that the lines of magnetic field pass through the solenoid and return to the other ends as the magnetic field lines inside the solenoid are in the form of parallel straight lines. This indicates that the strength of the magnetic field is the same at all the points inside the solenoid. If the strength of the magnetic field is just the same in a region, it is said to be uniform magnetic field. The magnetic field is uniform inside a current carrying solenoid. The uniform magnetic field inside the current carrying solenoid has been represented by drawing parallel straight field lines. One end of the current carrying solenoid acts like a north pole and the other end a south pole.
Electromagnet. An electric current can be used for making temporary magnets known as electromagnets.
Magnet.
To make an electromagnet, all that we have to do is to take a rod NS of soft iron and wind a coil C of insulated copper wire round it. When the two ends of the copper coil are connected to a battery, an electromagnet is formed.
Electromagnet works on the magnetic effect of current. An electromagnet consists of a long coil of insulated copper wire wound on a soft iron core. The core of an electromagnet must be of soft iron because soft iron loses all of its magnetism when current in the coil is switched off. If steel is used for making the core of an electromagnet, the steel does not lose all its magnetism when the current is stopped and it becomes permanent magnet. This is why steel is not used for making electromagnets. Factors affecting the strength of an electromagnet. The number of turns in the coil. If we increase the number of turns in the coil, the strength of electromagnet increases. The current flowing in the coil. If the current in the coil is increased, the strength of electromagnet increases. The length of air gap between its poles. If we reduce the length of air gap between the poles of an electromagnet, then its strength increases. Magnetism in human beings. The two main organs of the human body where the magnetic field produced, if quite significant, are the heart and the brain. Force on current carrying conductors placed in a magnetic field. A magnet exerts a mechanical force on a current carrying wire, and if the wire is free to move, this force can produce a motion in the wire. When a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, a mechanical force is exerted on the conductor, which can make the conductor move. Force acting on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field.
And carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field.
A thick copper wire AB is suspended vertically from a support T by means of a flexible joint. The lower end B of this wire is free to move between the poles of a U-shaped magnet M. The lower end B of the wire just touches the surface of mercury capped in a shallow vessel V so that it can move when a force acts on it. On pressing the switch, a current flows in the wire AB in the vertically downward direction. The wire AB is kicked in the forward direction towards south and its lower end B reaches the position B so that the wire comes to the new position AB as shown by dotted line in. When the lower end B of the hanging wire comes forward to B, its contact with the mercury surface is broken, due to which the circuit breaks and current stops flowing in the wire AB, since no current flows.
A current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field. A mechanical force is exerted on the conductor, which makes it move. The direction of force action on a current carrying wire placed in a magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of current and perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. The maximum force is exerted on a current carrying conductor only when it is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. No force acts on a current carrying conductor when it is parallel to the magnetic field. The direction of force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field can be reversed by reversing the direction of current flowing in the conductor. The direction of force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field can be reversed by reversing the direction of magnetic field. Fleming's left-hand rule for the direction of force.
Illustrate Fleming's left-hand rule.
Hold the forefinger, the center fingers and the thumb of your left hand at right angles of one another. Adjust your hand in such a way that the forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field and the center finger points in the direction of current in the conductor. Then the direction in which the thumb points gives the direction of motion of the conductor. To memorize Fleming's left-hand rule, we should remember that the forefinger represents the magnetic field start with the same letter F. The center finger represents current, both center and current start with letter C. And the thumb represents force or motion, both thumb and motion contain the letter M.
Energy.
Electric motor.
An electric motor consists of a rectangular coil ABCD of insulated copper wire which is mounted between the curved poles of a horseshoe type permanent magnet M in such a way that it can rotate freely between the poles north and south on a shaft. The sides AB and CD of the coil are kept perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field between the poles of the magnet. A device which reverses the direction of current through a circuit is called commutator. A device which reverses the direction of current through a circuit is called a commutator. The two ends of the coil are soldered permanently to the two half rings X and Y of a commutator. End A of the coil is welded to part X of the commutator and end D of the coil is welded to part Y of the commutator. To pass in electric current to the coil, we use two carbon strips P and Q known as brushes. The carbon brushes P and Q are fixed to the base of the motor and they press slightly against the two half rings of the commutator. The battery to supply P and Q through a switch.
Principle of a motor. A motor works on the principle that when a rectangular coil is placed in a magnetic field and current is passed through it, a force acts on the coil which rotates it continuously. Electromagnetic induction. Electricity from magnetism.
Produced in the coil when the magnet is moved in or out.
We have fixed coil of wire AB. The two ends of the coil are connected to a current detecting instrument called galvanometer. Now, when a bar magnet is held still inside a hollow coil of wire, then there is no deflection in the galvanometer pointer, showing that no electric current is produced in the coil of wire when the magnet is held stationary in it. When a bar magnet is moved quickly into a fixed coil of wire AB, then a current is produced in the coil. This current causes a deflection in the galvanometer pointer. When the magnet is moved out quickly from inside the coil, even then a current is produced in the coil. This current also causes a deflection in the galvanometer pointer but in the opposite direction.
The production of electricity from magnetism is called electromagnetic induction. The current produced by moving a straight wire in a magnetic field or moving a magnet in a coil is called induced current. The phenomenon of electromagnetic induction was discovered by a British scientist, Michael Faraday, and an American scientist, Joseph Henry, independently in 1831. The process of electromagnetic induction has led to the construction of generators for producing electricity at power station. A galvanometer is an instrument which can detect the presence of electric current in a circuit. Electromagnetic induction by using a coil and a bar magnet. The production of electric current by moving a magnet inside a fixed coil or wire is also a case of electromagnetic induction. The condition necessary for the production of electric current by electromagnetic induction is that there must be a relative motion between the coil of wire and a magnet. And rule for the direction of induced current.
Right-hand rule for the direction of induced current.
Suppose the direction of magnetic field is directed from east to west as shown by arrow AB, and the direction of motion of conductor is vertically downwards as shown by the arrow AC. Then to find out the direction of induced current in the conductor, we hold the thumb, the forefinger and center finger of our right hand mutually at right angles to one another. We adjust the right hand in such a way that the forefinger points from east to west to represent the magnetic field, and the thumb points vertically downwards to represent the direction of motion. Then we will find that our center finger points towards north, and this gives the direction of induced current represented by arrow AD in the figure.
According to Fleming's right hand rule, hold the thumb, the forefinger and the center finger of your hand at right angles to one another. Adjust your hand in such a way that forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field and thumb points in the direction of motion of conductor. Then the direction in which center finger points gives the direction of induced current in the conductor. Direct current and alternating current. If the current flows in one direction only, it is called a direct current. The current which we get from a cell or a battery is a direct current because it always flows in the same direction. The positive and negative polarity of a direct current is fixed. Some of the sources of direct current or DC are dry cell battery, car battery and DC generator. If the current reverses direction after equal intervals of time, it is called alternating current. Alternating current is written in short form as AC. Most of the power stations in India generate alternating current. The alternating current produced in India reverses its direction every 1/100 seconds. Thus, the positive and negative polarity of an alternating current is not fixed. Alternating current can be transmitted over long distance without much loss of electrical energy. Electric generator. The electric generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Principle of electric generator. The electric generator works on the principle that when a straight conductor is moved in a magnetic field, then current is induced in the conductor. AC generator.
Suppose that the generator coil ABCD is initially in the horizontal position. Again, suppose that the coil ABCD is being rotated in the anti-clockwise direction between the poles north and south of a horseshoe type magnet by rotating its shaft. As the coil rotates in the anti-clockwise direction, the side AB of the coil moves down, cutting the magnetic field lines near the north pole of the magnet, and side CD moves up, cutting the magnetic field lines near the south pole of the magnet. On applying Fleming's right hand rule to the sides AB and CD of the coil, we find that the current are in the directions B to A and D to C. We get an effective induced current in the direction BA-DC. Thus, in the first half revolution of coil, the current in the external circuit flows from brush B1 to B2. After half revolution, the sides AB and CD of the coil will interchange their positions. The side AB will come on the right hand side and side CD will come on the left side. So, after half a revolution, side AB starts moving up and side CD starts moving down. The direction of induced current in each side of the coil is reversed after half a revolution, giving rise to the net induced current in the direction CDAB. The current in the external circuit now flows from brush B2 to B1.
AC generator means alternating current generator. That is, an AC generator produces alternating current which reverses its direction continuously. AC generator is also known as an alternator. DC generator.
In a DC generator, a split ring type commutator is used like the one used in an electric motor. When the two half rings of commutator are connected to the two ends of the generator coil, then one carbon brush is at all times in contact with the coil arm moving down in the magnetic field, while the other carbon brush always remains in contact with the coil arm moving up in the magnetic field. The current in outer circuit always flows in one direction, so it is direct current. A diagram: the only difference between a DC generator and an AC generator is in the way the two ends of the generator coil are linked to the outer circuit. In a DC generator, we connect the two ends of the coil to a commutator consisting of two half rings of copper. On the other hand, in an AC generator, we connect the two ends of the coil to two full rings of copper called slip rings.
If we replace the slip rings of an AC generator by a commutator, then it will become a DC generator. Electromagnetic induction using two coils. Electromagnetic induction can be brought about by moving a straight wire between the poles of a U-shaped magnet, or by moving a bar magnet in a circular coil of wire. Electromagnetic induction can also be produced by using two coils. This is because if current is changed in one coil, then current is induced in the other coil kept near it. No relative motion of the coil is needed in this case. Domestic electric current or domestic wiring. Usually there are two separate circuits in a house: the lightning circuit with a 5 ampere fuse and a power circuit with a 15 ampere fuse. Each distribution circuit is provided with a separate fuse, so that if a fault like short circuiting occurs in one circuit, its corresponding fuse blows off, but the other circuit remains unaffected. Another point to remember is that various distribution circuits are connected in parallel, so that if a fault occurs in circuit, its fuse will melt, leaving the other circuit in operation. In a room, all the electrical appliances like bulbs, fans and sockets etc. are connected in parallel across the live wire and the neutral wire. The main advantage of the parallel connection is that if one of the appliances is switched off or gets fused, there is no effect on the other appliances and they keep on operating. Another advantage of the parallel circuit is that other appliances is switched off or get fused, there is no effect on the other appliances and they keep on operating. Another advantage of the parallel circuit is that the same voltage of the mains line is available for all the electrical appliances. earthing of electrical appliances. To avoid the risk of electric shocks, the metal body of a electrical appliance is earthed. We earth the metallic body of an electrical appliance to save ourselves from electric shocks. The red colored wire is the live wire, the black wire is the neutral wire, whereas green wire is the earth wire. Electric fuse.
The main fuse in domestic wiring consists of a porcelain fuse holder H having two brass terminals T1 and T2 in it. This is connected in the live wire. The other part of the fuse is a removable fuse grip G, which is also made of porcelain. When fuse grip is inserted in the fuse holder as shown in figure, then the circuit of our domestic wiring is completed. When a short circuit takes place or when overloading takes place, the current becomes large and heats the fuse wire too much. Since the melting point of fuse wire is much lower than copper wires, the fuse wire melts and breaks the circuit as shown in figure. When the fuse wire breaks, electricity supply is automatically switched off before any damage can be done to the rest of the wiring.
The electric wires used in domestic wiring are made of metal because copper is a good conductor of electricity, having very low resistance. If the current passing through wires exceeds this maximum value, the copper wires get overheated and may even cause a fire. An extremely large current can flow in domestic wiring under two circumstances: short circuiting and overloading. Short circuiting. Touching of the live wire and neutral wire directly is known as short circuit. Overloading. If too many electrical appliances of high power rating like electric iron, water heater, air conditioner, etc. are switched on at the same time, they draw an extremely large current from the circuit. A fuse is a safety device having a short length of a thin tin-plated copper wire having low melting point, which melts and breaks the circuit if the current exceeds a safe value. An electric fuse works on the heating effect of current. A fuse wire is connected in series in the electric circuits. A pure copper wire cannot be used as a fuse wire.